Okay, hey everyone, we had to start over again. I had a bad connection. But I'm Dr. Nancy Stanley, physical therapist, life coach, and health coach. And I'm here with my friend Emily. Emily Hutto is from Hazelhurst. Got an itchy nose today. And she surprised me. She joined my challenge in January. And I really didn't know exactly how she was doing because you didn't broadcast it.
No, I didn't.
You just did it. She just did it. And when she told me the other day that she had lost 60 pounds, I was like, well, I've got to interview you because Emily's 74 years old, but she drives a sporty car.
I do.
And so I'm just going to let her tell the story, how much better she feels. Just tell it. Just tell the story.
Okay. When I started the challenge in January, it was January 17th. My daughter Donna talked me into it. And so I started it. And when I talked to Dr. Nancy, she said, how much weight would you like to lose? And I said 60 pounds. And she said, well, would 30 sound good? And I said, yes, but there's no way. I didn't think I could lose it in 3 months.
Yeah.
But I did. I lost 30 pounds.
Yeah.
And I felt so much better. I had some pain in my joints and my fingers and my knee, and I just no longer have that pain at all.
No pain.
No pain at all.
Wow. And so they were like your knees or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you think about 60 pounds. That's how much this cute little thing back here weighs. How much do you weigh? Do you know?
70 pounds.
70 pounds. So we were talking about that though. It's like another person, or she's just not carrying that around anymore. And at 74, I mean, I have had other people in their 70s do it, but a lot of people think, well, I just don't know if I can do it. And you probably didn't think you could.
I didn't think I could.
So tell me what you did do.
Well, I have kind of kept the program simple because I don't eat a lot of things like that a lot of people do, like peppers and those kind of things, and avocados. I bought some of those and I just couldn't do that. But I usually eat meats and I eat my vegetables.
There you go.
But I just keep it simple.
There you go.
And now I do love that the hamburger thing that's in the cookbook.
The keto hamburger casserole, cheeseburger casserole.
That's
I like that too. It is good.
But I cook just for myself now, so I usually half the recipes if I do that.
Yeah.
And
then you can eat it twice.
Right.
So you eat it probably like for supper. And so are you fasting? Did you do the fasting?
I do fast. I have fasted several times, 24 hours.
There you go.
And usually I don't.
And how do you do that? I mean, that seems like that would be really hard.
Well, I thought it would be. I thought that would be impossible. But I'm just not hungry.
Right.
And I find myself, if I don't have junk at my house, I don't eat junk.
There you go. There you go.
If I do have it, I really typically was a grazer.
Right.
I would just nibble all day.
Yeah.
And I just stopped doing that.
And you know now that grazing is what bumps your insulin up, causes your body to store fat. So if you're not grazing, if you're just eating, a couple meals a day, so if you're saving money on food?
I really am. I don't have to go to the grocery store very often, and
it's simple when you go, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to wander up and down those aisles wondering what am I going to get, because
That's right. And I don't buy anything that starches. I don't buy potatoes anymore, and I don't buy fruits. And I loved fruit. That was one of my things that I thought I can't do without that.
Right.
But now I was on Weight Watchers, and I lost down to my goal weight. Of course, I was a lot younger then, and I did have success with that. So I'm not down in that program, but it didn't teach me how I should eat.
Yeah. It was more about deprivation or counting things.
Right.
And we don't count anything. We do count carbs, so we do want you to keep your carbs low, but that's just because we don't want that's really about your insulin. So you could have some fruit, you could have some strawberries, you could have some blackberries, you could even have a peach, or it's just you can't do it every day.
Right.
Because what you learned, Emily, is that if you take in more than your body can use, it will store it as fat. That's just what your body does. And so you've learned how to take in what you need. So I'm so proud of you. I'm going to post a before and after picture, because when you showed me that before picture, she's like most of my clients. They say, I didn't have my picture made very much. When I say, can you give me a before picture, they'll say, I didn't want my picture made.
Right.
you know, because
Ran from
you're
the
just
camera.
you're ashamed of that, you know. And so I get it, but she looks great now. And you're still working on it?
I am. I'm
Yeah.
going to lose 30 more pounds is
There
what
you
I
go.
want to lose.
There you go. There you go.
And then I'll be satisfied.
So what about your blood work? Have you been to the doctor? Did that?
The last time I went to the doctor, everything was perfect.
There you go. Great. Okay.
She says she still worries about my blood pressure. I think it's because of my age, but I'm doing fine.
Who's your doctor?
I feel better than I have felt in 10 years.
That's great. I'm so glad to hear that. That makes me so proud. Gosh, you know.
The only thing I have problems now is finding something small enough in my closet, so I'm going to have to break down and buy new clothes.
Right, there you go. I got it. Yeah, I did that too, and I bought a few things, but, you know, as you continue to lose, you'll decide that you can, and you'll be able to find the things you like.
No,
Not the things you have to have, but the things you like.
That's always been my thought. I don't want to go in the fat lady section anymore.
I got you. I got you. I got you.
I don't want any of those X's after the numbers.
Right, there you go. Well, you're headed right there. So thank y'all for joining me. Please share this video. If you know someone, or you know somebody in your feed is probably not healthy. And here's why I'm going to tell you. Here's why I'm telling you that. 9 out of 10 people in America are not healthy. They're not metabolically flexible. And what that means is that they can adjust to, like Emily now doesn't have to have food.
That's right.
If something happened and you got off somewhere and you didn't have food, you'd be okay, as long as you had water. And so that is such a good feeling. I know I experienced that even this week. I got off somewhere and I ended up there 4, 5, 6 hours, and I had not eaten, but I'm like, I'm good. As long as I can find some water, especially in this heat, I'm good. All right. Well, thank y'all for joining me, and thank you so much, Emily, for sharing your